It's a Sunday in South Carolina. Later today, we will crown a champion, maybe in the Conway Regional. But first, a rematch from the first game of this tournament. East Carolina and the Florida Gators. Fans are here, ready to go, and so are we. Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. We're in Conway, South Carolina at Springbrook Stadium, a rematch from the first game of the regional, the Florida Gators and the East Carolina Pirates. Let's take a look at the bracket and see how we have gotten to this point. We got started on Friday. East Carolina winning over Florida. Coastal over Fairfield. Last night, it was Coastal big over East Carolina to advance to the regional final. The Florida Gators eliminated Fairfield, and now we get this rematch. We're so glad to be with you on this Sunday afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Alongside College Baseball Hall of Famer Todd Walker, I'm Richard Cross. It's win or go home, put up or shut up, do or die. Describe it however you want to. The season is on the line for these two teams.
Yeah, you start thinking about that as a player. You wake up this morning thinking about all the hard work you've put in this. You've bled with these brothers since last August, and here it is. Today, one of these teams is going to go home. For Florida, they're 7-0 in elimination games over the last couple of years. And if you talk to East Carolina, they're just playing with house money.
And Todd, the biggest story from this regional has been offense, really from all of the teams that we've seen. Florida, no exception. 6 long balls in their 2 games.
Yeah, incredible offensive output by the Florida Gators, who's really thin. They've lost their 2 best hitters, but Bozer's hit 2 home runs. Sear with 2 home runs. And then the big guy, Brody Dene, the 6'5" catcher, 433 feet. To left center field. 6 home runs, like you mentioned, for the Gators. They have been on a power surge. And then for East Carolina, Austin Irby hitting back there in the 7 spot. He has been really good. 7 for 10 in this regional. A triple away from the cycle in game 1 with 4 hits, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 5 RBIs, and a web gem at first base. Austin Irby's been great.
My name's Hunter Bowden. Some of y'all may know me. I was the jungle sleeper last year, but I will not be sleeping today because this is a do-or-die game for the Pirates. Go Pirates!
Hunter tells no lies. It's win or go home. The Gators and the Pirates. First pitch coming up next. The NCAA Baseball Regionals are presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And in part by the Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic. And Walt Disney World Resort, the most magical place on earth. Getting set for East Carolina, the home team, and the Florida Gators. An elimination game here in the Conway Regional. Top of the lineup has been outstanding. Bobby Bozer in the leadoff spot. Brendan Lawson, the first baseman, batting second. Those two have combined for 12 hits and 10 runs driven in the first 2 games for the Gators. They will be dealing on the mound today with Lance Williams. Right-handed freshman from Shenandoah, Virginia, 5'11", 195. He's 2-1 on the year with an ERA just over 5.
Last year, he's pitching in high school. How about that? Freshman, how's he going to handle this elimination game? 5'11", big arm, up to 96 miles an hour. Almost predominantly fastballs, the 4-seam and the cutter, about 90% of the time. He'll mix a slider in every once in a while. 17 appearances out of the pen. This will be his 8th start. He's got a walk issue, 27 walks in 42 innings.
Time to play baseball. The Gators, the visiting team, in the gray with the pinstripes. Coastal Carolina awaiting the winner of this ball game. ECU in the black jerseys. In the first pitch of the game, fastball that nips the outside corner at 92 miles an hour. The senior Bobby Bozer leading off. Wesley Chapel, Florida. Swings through the pitch and is behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Unbelievable atmosphere in the ballpark last night for the game between East Carolina and Coastal, the home team and the host. Smaller crowd for this elimination game. We've seen great turnout from East Carolina fans all weekend long. Another 0-2. This one runs inside. Nearly hit Bozer. First ball thrown by Lance Williams. Florida has yet to score in the first 3 innings of a game this weekend.
But they've scored 23 runs in 2 games. They scored 4 at the end of game 1 and then 17 yesterday. So the offense has been alive late.
The 2-2 to Bozer. Fouled it back. Be interesting to see how deep Lance Williams is able to get on into this game. Certainly Cliff Godwin and the Pirates would like to see him at least get into the middle of the game. This one in on the fist. It's hit to the right side. Bozer got a chance to beat it out. That's an infield single. Shift was on. The first baseman, Irby, was well off the bag, so he was in a good position to field it, but Williams late getting to the bag.
Yeah, another busted shift. Shocker. But for Williams, it was just difficult to get off the mound. Look at him. He hesitates, and then that cost him. Trying to get over there, they definitely wouldn't have made the play. Irby was ready, but the hesitation by Williams gives Bozer a leadoff base hit.
Just a mental lapse there from Williams. That's one of those things that they practice all the time. So here's Brendan Lawson. Lawson hitting .317 on the year. Takes a big cut at that one and comes up empty. Freshman from Toronto. Really good debut season for Brendan Lawson. Making his 60th start of the season in this ball game today. Only guy that's played in more games than Lawson is the fellow that hit just in front of him, Bobby Bozer, who has played in every game this year for the Gators. Kind of an anomaly for both of those guys because Florida has had so many injuries and so many guys that have missed either the entire year or extended amounts of time. One from Williams. Lifted into the air left side. Peltier, the left fielder, ranging over toward the line. He'll make the catch. That's the first out recorded by ECU and Lance Williams. Peltier, Riley Johnson, Jack Herring in the outfield. Colby Wallace over at third base with Dixon Williams at short. Burris at second, Austin Irby at first with Walker Barron behind the plate. Same defense we've seen all 3 games for ECU. Runner on first with one away and another toss over to first base. Bobby Bozer leads Florida with 19 stolen bases this year. He's 19 of 23. Ty Evans takes a strike. Evans, the DH, a guy who has missed some time this year. 41st game that Evans has played in. This is his 36th start of the season. 4 home runs. There is power in that bat, but it has not been consistent this year. He's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, it's had a tough time finding it. They need to get this guy going if they want to do anything down this run. 5 home runs in Omaha was a record back in 2023, so he does have star power.
That is not a ballpark that always gives up a ton of home runs either. Tied him up, got the fastball up and in for a swing and a miss. A 3-pitch strikeout, the first of the game for Lance Williams.
Those high fastballs are always difficult with 2 strikes to lay off of. You're already in swing mode, and when it's up by your eyes, it just looks better. It looks bigger, but it's hard to catch up to it. 95 miles an hour, and Lance Williams blows it right by him.
So now Brody Dene comes to the plate, the catcher for the Gators. Moved into that spot in an everyday role in the absence of Luke Heyman. They able to hold up there. The junior from Lakeland, Florida. Well, he is well put together at 6'5", 235. What's the challenge for a guy the size of Brody Dene to still have a compact swing? It feels like big guys sometimes get long with that swing.
Get a little lengthy. Of course, the strike zone's a little bigger for big guys. Hard to reach some low pitches.
Runner goes. Throw to second is in time. That's a caught stealing. Just the 5th time this year that Bobby Bozer has been caught. Boy, a bullet from Barrett.
Yeah, and great transfer, accurate throw, down on the ground. Nice pick by Burris. And East Carolina off the field.
When your family feels protected under our roof, they're free to dream. And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game. We got the ice, and we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy Hot, you're so back.
Let's go! The Rob Dwalishvili, the Sugar Show! Juliana Pena!
How are you going to beat me, Kayla?
Kayla Harrison, I will be champion.
We go to the bottom of the first. No score between Florida and East Carolina. Gators got a base runner, but a caught stealing ended the inning. Here's the batting order for ECU, hitting .350 through the 2 games. Burris, Herring, and Williams at the top of the order. Collins, the DH. Walker Barrett down there in the 9-hole. Good throw from him to get the caught stealing to end it. And this ECU lineup will be dealing with a guy who is really talented on the mound, but considering how long he's been in the program, a relatively small amount of experience for Pierce Capola. He's 3-0 on the year with a 1.86 ERA, but this is just his 7th start of the season.
Well, he's been injured throughout his career. He started the season, but then was out March 1st, didn't come back until May. 6'8" left-hander, redshirt junior, so you're right, he's been around. He's dynamic when he's out there. He might be Florida's best, and we'll see how he responds today. He announced his presence with authority May 16th versus Alabama, went 3 2/3, struck out 10, so out of the possible 11 outs, he got 10 swing and misses with no walks, so this guy's definitely capable with that 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and the slider is as good as it gets. He gets 75% swing and misses on that pitch.
See the 2024 postseason. A year ago, he made 2 starts, just 8 starts last season. Go back to 2022, there was a shoulder issue, started only 1 ball game. Missed all of the 23 season after having back surgery. First pitch is up and in at 90 for ball 1. Had some concerns a year ago about shoulder tenderness, a little stiff, and so it limited the number of starts he had. Capola off the mound, going to try to glove flip, and he gets it there just in time to beat Braden Burris in the leadoff spot. Really close play.
Look at the agility from the 6'8" Capola. Jumps off the mound. It's a really good bunt. And Burris out of the gates, but little glove flip, almost got caught up in the web. They get the first out.
You want that glove flip to kind of be flat, and that kind of lollipopped out of there.
Did the job. They got him.
So here's Jack Herring, the junior from Atlanta. Goes to the backstop.
That's not a good sign.
Felt like for much of the season, Gator fans were asking, what about Pierce Capola? When's he going to be back? What's the chance? And then it's back late in the season. Certainly, Kevin O'Sullivan glad to have him back on the mound, but that one gets away and got a hit by pitch there. Jack Herring heads down to first base. Blake Sear, Hayden Yost, Ashton Wilson in the outfield. Stripling, Bozer, Nato, and Lawson third to first with Dene catching. And Coppola on the mound. You see Blake Sear, good regional for him, a couple of home runs. Runner on first, one down. The miss for Coppola early has been inside, kind of glove side to right-handed hitters.
Yeah, he's got that cut movement on that fastball to go along with that slider. He carves left-handers up. I mean, barely 180, 0.8 batting average against lefty-lefty matchup.
It's up here for ball two.
Actually, I took a few points away. 0-59.
Ooh.
Left-handers are hitting off Pierce Coppola. Now, it's only 19 innings this year, but shows you how dominant he is.
Missed again, 3-0. And again, all of the misses have been in on right-handers, away from left-handers. Really small sample size, but
to me, it's, and I'm no pitcher, and you know, Kevin O'Sullivan is as good as it gets, but it seems like just a grip issue. Like grip the four seam, then you have less movement, but that's just a constant, you're right, constant pull with that two-seamer. And it would be hard to believe he's nervous. I don't think that's it. I just think he's uncomfortable out there right now. I mean, his season's on the line, his team's season on the line. He hadn't pitched a whole lot this year.
Kevin O'Sullivan out to the mound for a word. 8 pitches, 7 balls. Not exactly the start that you're looking for. You mentioned Kevin O'Sullivan working with pitchers. A pitching coach when he was an assistant. He still calls the pitches.
Yeah, and this is just to calm him down, obviously. But I think at this point, you know, you just try to throw it over the plate, which he's trying to do. He's just got too much run on that cut fastball.
Oh yeah. Fascinating conversation with Kevin O'Sullivan on Thursday about pitch calling. As you're going to look at two of the more intense guys in college baseball. Not a lot of smiles while the game's going on from O'Sullivan or Cliff Godwin, who is at his alma mater as the head coach now in his 11th season, 18th season for Kevin O'Sullivan. But in terms of calling pitches, Sully was talking about, you know, there's a scouting report and everybody knows everything, and sometimes it's not so much fun, but it's interesting you do self-scouting as well to kind of pitch against your tendencies. And when you get into big moments, you kind of got to call it by the book.
Yeah, and the more balls he throws, the more the pressure mounts. You know, it starts to build up in your mind, and then you just start really squeezing it. He just cannot get control of that fastball.
Almost like he's kind of pulling it across his body, and that miss consistently has, like we said, into the right-handers, away from the left-handers. That would nearly hit John Collins.
Every pitch is in that same spot.
Yeah.
So again, it's possibly a grip issue, and secondly, the basic, you know, obvious thing is aim. You know, let's aim out to the left side and have it come back.
And you see him on the far first base side of the rubber.
So Dene could be on the outside corner of the plate, almost off the plate, and there it is.
There's a strike.
And help him out a little bit with the target, you know. Help him with the target. Move him out. Have him throw the catcher and have it run over the plate. But if he's aiming down the middle, that's what he's getting, a lot of run into these right-handed hitters.
Back-to-back strikes. It's always fascinating to see when a pitcher is struggling and then all of a sudden they get one strike and it's like, oh, found it. And then can kind of throw darts from there. Here's the full count to Collins. He gets a 3/4 swing for a strikeout. So can't find a strike. Gets a borderline call on 3-0. Dots the edge and then gets the swing and miss.
It's kind of like a hitter getting a dink base hit. It doesn't matter how you got it. You automatically feel better about yourself. And Pierce Coppola throws strike one, and he feels better, strike two, and then he gets the swing and miss on probably a ball outside the zone, but you got to go after it. And now we'll see how he reacts, but that was a huge at-bat for Coppola.
Here's Riley Johnson in the 5-hole, the center fielder batting with 2 outs, and this one runs away.
So you notice too with the fastballs he threw, they were more four seam. They were straight, and he threw them for strikes, and now he gets the run again, which is a great pitch to a left-hander. It's moving away from the barrel if you can control it. The only other problem too is Eddie Newsom's not going to give him anything. If you haven't proven that you've got command, then you've got to pretty much throw it over the plate.
Eddie Newsom, the home plate umpire, along with Jeff Head at first, James Albert at second, and Alan Gorwitz at third. Here the 2-0. There's a strike at the belt. 2-1 now to Riley Johnson. Two balls and a strike, 2 down in the inning. Couple of base runners. Herring hit by a pitch. Dixon Williams drew the walk. This one's bunted back up the middle all the way to second base. And no play. Bozer coming forward almost looked like if he just caught it there, he could step on the bag at second for a force, but
momentum taking him away from the bag. Let's check it out again. I've never seen a bunt like this. Almost a line drive single up the middle. Yeah, his momentum was going away from the bag. For him to stop and then turn around and try to, I think he would have been safe. So the only play he had was at first base, and a little bit of luck got it over the 6'8" head of Coppola.
That's what I was thinking.
Now bases loaded with the Pirates.
Call it a line drive bunt. I think that's maybe the way to describe it. Colby Wallace batting here with the bases loaded. So you've got a hit batter, a walk, and a pop-up line drive bunt over the mound with no chance for a play. The 1-0. Can East Carolina strike first? This one runs inside. It's 2-0 now to Wallace. There's a strike. 2-1 to Colby Wallace. The red-hot Austin Irby waits on deck. Couple of grand slams this year for Colby Wallace, and he's in a hitter's count here at 3-1.
So you've seen a few of these cutters by Coppola, the two-seamer, that are very close, like that one. But again, you're just not going to get the benefit of the doubt when you haven't been able to throw strikes.
3-1 pitch. Oh, got the outside corner. Dene may have stolen that one from him, kind of pulling it back in. Ooh, that was ball 4. Full count now to Colby Wallace. Strike 3 called. Wallace goes away looking, and the Pirates leave him loaded. It was a struggle for Coppola, but he gets out of the jam.
Yeah, Coppola fighting himself with that fastball, but he's able to recover, and he strikes out Colby Wallace to end the top of the first. Gators hot bats coming up.
Barbecue season is back.
Yeah, it is. Hey, it's Ellen.
And this is Sarah Beth.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese,
I feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game. We got the ice, and we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy Hot, you're so back.
Let's go, the Rob Dwalishvili, the Sugar Show, Juliana Pena.
How are you going to beat me, Kayla?
Kayla Harrison, I will be champion.
No score as we go to the second inning in Conway, South Carolina. An elimination game. Every pitch matters. Let's go back to the 3-1 pitch with Colby Wallace at the plate. Now, this was the bunt earlier in the inning. That was
significant, too.
That was pretty significant as well. That loaded the bases. We'll try and get a look at that 3-1 pitch coming up in just a second. This first pitch misses away for ball one. Brody Dene leading things off, the junior from Lakeland. He was at the plate when Bozer was caught stealing to end the first inning. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. $18 home runs, including a towering, majestic home run yesterday. Hit it over the left center field wall.
Onto the roof of the batting cages out there, and you said it. I mean, it was 433 measured, but it looks a lot longer than that.
Over the boardwalk, over the palm trees, onto the roof of the hitting facility, the batting cages out beyond the left center field wall. There may be a dent in that roof.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Look at Dene year over year. Batting average up, on base up, slugging way up. But he strikes out there. Let's go back to the bases loaded 3-1 pitch. So this was Wallace at the plate. Today you see pulls it back. You get the called strike. That pitch was off the plate. If that is called ball 4, you got a run coming home, and you got Irby coming to the plate, who has been red hot.
Well, you mentioned it. Dene did a fantastic job of pulling that back over. Very, very close. We got a camera, a little bit of an angle, but close call and might have made a difference so far in this game. You're right. 1 run across for the Pirates if that's a ball.
That would miss. 2-0. Now to Blake Sear. Sears had a good regional. A couple of home runs for him, 1 in each game. He's up to 9 home runs for the season. It's this one high in the air to left field. Johnson and Peltier converging. It's Johnson, the center fielder, that makes the catch for the second out of the inning. ESPN is the home for the NCAA College Baseball Regionals for around-the-clock multi-game coverage. Scan the QR code below. It's on your screen right now. ESPN Plus subscribers can access expanded coverage with Squeeze Play.
Good stuff. Mike Rooney, Chris Burke. 2 of the best.
Chris Budden hosting. Also Matt Schick spent a bunch of time in studio. Hayden Yost, the center fielder. 1-1 now to Yost. Lance Williams, the freshman, dots the inside corner, and the count goes to 1-2. High stakes all over the country for these early round games. We'll have 16 seasons coming to an end throughout the afternoon. Regional final games this afternoon and tonight. And with the 1 seeds that lost on Friday, it's going to be fascinating to see if there's a team or multiple teams that are able to fight their way through the losers bracket. And it's not just the losses on Friday, it's Friday or Saturday. Down on strikes. That is 3 strikeouts through 2 innings for the freshman Lance Williams, pitching like a veteran right now.
He's been good. 35 innings on the year. He's been mostly fastballs, but not today. He's busting out that slider because it's working, and he's dominant so far.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
We are live from Chick-fil-A.
This is Grant.
And this is Laura.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that sweet bun.
And that chicken filet was perfectly crispy and soft at the same time.
And that Smokehouse Barbecue sauce, it's a lot of fun. And the brown sugar bacon definitely had a little bit more pizzazz. Also, the Mac, one of the all-time greats.
It's hard to believe how much goodness you can get in one bite.
Man, I'm getting hungry.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Would you rather spend your summer like this?
Hey, Jim, how's your back?
Oh, you know.
I hear ya.
Or like this?
What's happening? Welcome. Allow me to adjust your gravity. No, I'm fine. Gravity on.
On June 20th, kick off your summer with
Elio.
Elio?
Elio.
You're more puny than I expected.
I could say the same about you. These are the lava tunnels. Cody and I am not fireproof. Just get in my mouth. Actually kind of comfy in here.
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG, June 20th.
The UFL is the spring football league.
More of what you love.
The atmosphere, the intensity. Must see for every football fan. The United Football League. Awesome.
Scoreless as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Lance Williams has been good on the mound for ECU. 3 strikeouts already. Pirates coming to the plate. They had 15 hits in the first game against Florida. And despite the fact that they lost that game last night, the final score was lopsided. 13 hits for the Pirates against Coastal Carolina.
They've been good. 4 in a row in their conference tournament. They won the first game here against Florida, like you mentioned. Beat them 11-6 on the opener. 5 in a row before they got beat late last night. And this is what you got to watch out for, too. East Carolina was out here late, 1 o'clock in the morning. Have to get up early, play an elimination game.
Nobody better in the regional than this guy, Austin Irby. 7 for 10, 5 runs scored. He's got 2 doubles and 2 home runs over the course of the last 2 ball games. And he's ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes.
So now the Pirates know just take a strike. You know, just be patient. You're going to get in the hitter's count. Capolla's still trying to fight that fastball.
This is away. It's a 4-pitch walk to Ashton Wilson to start the weekend. I'm sorry, to Austin Irby to start the inning. You ever look at one thing while you're saying something else and what comes out of your mouth makes no sense?
No.
That's what, well, congratulations. Perfect guy Todd Walker never messes up.
Have no idea what you're talking about.
First pitch strike to Landon Stripling. One thing the Gators do not want to have to do is go to the bullpen early in this game. This one lifted out into center field. First and second, nobody down. Alex Peltier with a base hit. Irby goes to second.
The problem with walks isn't that you're putting guys on base. It's that for other hitters, they know a fastball's coming. So even on an 0-1 pitch right there for the 8-hole, Alex Peltier, you know he's not going to mess around with any off speed. I mean, Capolla's only thrown 2 or 3 off speed pitches this whole game so far, so you can sit on the fastball and he rips it back up the middle.
Bunt to third. Sacrifice is a good one. And the throw in the dirt. And it bounces off the glove of Lawson. He couldn't pick it cleanly, and so East Carolina has bases loaded with nobody out. Throwing error on Stripling there.
Sometimes when you have all the time in the world, you think about it too much. And Stripling just spikes it in the dirt. Tough pick for Lawson over at first base. And East Carolina gets a break, bases loaded, with nobody out here in the bottom of the second.
And we go back to the top of the order and Braden Burris. Infield in at the corners for Florida. First pitch strike to Burris. Couple of hits, couple of walks, couple of strikeouts. Bases loaded for ECU with nobody out. This pitch off the plate. All in 2 strikes now as Burris fouls that one back. Second straight inning with the bases loaded for ECU. Nothing to show for it yet. Way outside, 2-2. Burris hitting .391 coming into this game. Reaches out, loops it out to right field, falling fast, and it drops in front of Wilson. Everybody advances 90 feet, and East Carolina strikes first. It's 1-0 Pirates.
Braden Burris last week got 9 hits in the American Athletic Conference, and he was the MVP of the tournament. 3 hits already in this regional. That's a 4th and a big one with the bases loaded. Just dumps it into right field. Nice job by all the runners, knowing that it wasn't going to be caught. And everybody moves up a base.
Still nobody out in the inning. East Carolina, who jumped out to a 9-0 lead over Florida in the first game of this regional. They got 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth. Florida would prefer not to have to try and dig out of a hole again. They are staring at a hole right now. Down 1-0, and East Carolina with a chance for more. 1-1 to Jack Herring. This one off the glove of Dene. Coming home to score is Peltier. Barron to third, Burris to second. It's 2-0.
This is kind of how Florida looked early in the year when they had only won 1 game in their first 4 series of the SEC. Then they went on a run. 15 wins in their next 20 against SEC opponents, but game 1 against East Carolina and again tonight, or today, it looks a lot like they did earlier in the season, giving away free passes, pass balls, errors.
This one lifted down the right field line, but foul. That was scored a wild pitch. Thought that you might get past ball there.
Well, you got to. Dene's been back there, but of course Luke Heyman is their everyday catcher.
Right.
And then you got Coppola, who hasn't pitched much this year, and even though they haven't been strikes, his pitches are dirty, and so it's very difficult behind the plate to stay with it.
Swing and a miss. Fastball. That's the 3rd strikeout for Pierce Coppola. This was the pass ball.
I just think Dene was expecting a 4-seamer on the outside corner, and it cut into him, and then he turned his glove over, and that's what caused him to miss it. But again, these two haven't been together very much this year, and it's as much movement as Coppola gets on his pitches. Very tough.
There's a strike. Dixon Williams. Came into this game with a .304 average. Walked his first time up. Time for ball 1. 1-1. Did a breaking ball there, and it goes to 1-2.
Sometimes it takes giving up a little bit of damage to calm down, set yourself in. He's been really good. Coppola struck out Herring, and now heading the count to the 3-hole Williams.
Swing and a miss there. Back-to-back strikeouts and 4 in the game. And that's the crazy thing about Pierce Coppola. The stuff, when he can control it, is electric.
Yeah, he's going to burn some hitters. We talked about his last outing, 10 strikeouts with 11 possible outs. So he gets a lot of swing and misses. And when he's comfortable, and of course Kevin O'Sullivan and David Kopp over there in that Florida dugout are hoping that he can limit the damage here, because that offense is real for Florida.
That one just misses for ball 1 to John Collins. Collins struck out swinging in the first inning. You're struggling to consistently land the fastball. Does it make sense to throw a little more breaking stuff, off-speed stuff, and see if you can land that to build some confidence?
Some people try to correct it that way, but ultimately you got to go back to it. And it's a makeup thing where, you just at some point you say, you calm your nerves and settle down a little bit. It feels like Coppola's done that, but this East Carolina offense is not going to let him off easy, and they have scored a ton of runs in this regional already.
2 runs across in the inning. If Coppola can get out of it with just 2 allowed, feels like a minor victory. John Collins, though, has a chance to make this a big inning for ECU. The 2-2 got a piece to stay alive.
And I love that 2-2 fastball. Too often we try to trick somebody, get a swing and miss. You don't get a bite on the 2-2. Now at 3-2, it's a predictable fastball, and you got to regrip. And that's when you end up walking a lot of guys. So 2-2, the hitter still has a little bit of doubt. Shake a few times, pump the fastball in there.
This one high for ball 3. Florida on Friday threw a gazillion pitches. They used 8 pitchers in the ball game. Threw over 200 pitches. Yesterday, completely different story with Aiden King on the mound, giving them 8 innings. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts after the bases were loaded with nobody out.
Well, the Pirates have had some traffic on the bases. Coppola, and then the base hit right here by the Pirates gives them a 2-run lead. East Carolina in control.
It's a rare thing when someone you've been with for so long finds a way to surprise you. It's like discovering E-Trade's easy-to-use platform now comes with the power of Morgan Stanley.
Mom can speak walrus?
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game. We got the ice, and we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy Hot, you're so back.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening!
On June 20th.
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen!
This is the bathroom.
We are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
The UFL is the spring football league.
More of what you want.
The atmosphere, the intensity. Must see for every football fan. The United Football League. All season long on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Plus.
All right, so ESPN, we heard Colin was in town. You're looking a little malnourished, so we like to take care of ESPN. We like to feed our guys, and we like to win baseball games. Take a bite, Colin. Right.
It's funny that tray of food didn't make it to the booth.
Yeah, Colin. How's Colin the only one eating?
Colin well fed with little eggs and toast.
Perfect.
Good way to start the Sunday morning. 2-0 East Carolina in front. Lance Williams now pitching with the lead. He struck out 3 through 2 innings. Strike there to Ashton Wilson.
Yeah, he's been good on the other side for Lance Williams. His 35 innings, he's thrown mostly fastballs. Not today. 50-50 fastballs and slider. More fastball heavy in the first. He's kind of whipping the horse, throwing that slider in the second inning, and it's working. He is mowing down this Florida offense so far.
How about a 95-mile-an-hour heater for his 4th strikeout of the game? NCAA Regionals coverage for all 16 sites continues tomorrow on ESPN Plus and the ESPN app. For more information, visit ncaa.com, the home for all 90 NCAA championships. Big question. How many teams are going to be playing tomorrow in that, if necessary, Game 7?
Auburn looks in control. That's who this regional is matched up with. They're in the 2-0 game.
Was not easy for them last night with Stetson.
No, but they pulled it out. I think they scored 17 runs in 2 games. Ike Irish, one of the best. Sam Dutton, Auburn's a little top-heavy team. Got some good 1 and 2 punches on offense, and then Sam Dutton is real as an ace.
How about 5 pitches and 5 strikes for Lance Williams in this 3rd inning? The 0-2 to Stripling. Slicing away from the center fielder. Johnson leaps for it, dives for it, can't get there. Stripling going to try to turn it into 2, and he does so, sliding safely in. That's the 3rd hit of the game for Florida. 2nd hit of the game for the Gators, rather.
7 up, 7 down for Lance Williams before this at bat. 8-spot Stripling. And great effort by Johnson. A lot of shrapnel flying around all over the place. Peltier had to pick him up, backed him up, limits it to a double, but a 1-out runner in scoring position for Florida.
Here's Justin Nadeau, the 9-hole hitter. Nadeau scored 4 runs in the regionals so far. 3 hits. Runner at second with 1 down. One seeds in the regionals. Remember that they're seeded 1 through 16. You've had one of those national seeds eliminated. Oregon going 0-2, hosting in Eugene. You've got 7 other national seeds who have lost at least a game, or who have lost a game so far, including the #1 overall seed Vanderbilt, the #2 overall seed Texas, Georgia the 7, Oregon State the 8, Ole Miss, Clemson, and Southern Miss 10, 11, and 16 respectively.
UTSA's beaten Texas twice now this year.
Out into center field, a base hit, hitting the bag at 3rd is Stripling. He'll come around to score an RBI single for Justin Nadeau. And the Gators are on the board. It's now 2-1.
Bottom of the lineup for the Gators. 8-9 gets it done. First run across. And this is just a fastball out over the plate. Justin Nadeau rips it into center field. And now a little bit of life from the Gators.
22nd ribby of the year for Nadeau. And now turn it back to the top of the order and Bobby Bozer. Ain't gonna miss. Bozer chases the breaking ball. Vanderbilt lost to Wright State. No, they lost to Louisville last night.
Almost lost to Wright State.
Yeah,
they'll come back.
They'll face Wright State in the elimination game. How about Bozer and Lawson? 25 combined at bats, 8 runs scored, 13 hits.
They've really had to pick up the slack. Colby Shelton hit .377 this year, has been out. Luke Kamen, like we mentioned, with the 13 home runs. 20 home runs between them, lost. And the Gators are hoping to get them back if they continue to win.
Should Florida fight its way through the losers bracket and advance to a super regional, there is optimism that Shelton could return next week. Kevin O'Sullivan told us he's really, really close. Little concerned about the fact that he had not faced any live pitching, though, since the middle of April. The 1-2. Ozer in the air, left center field. And that ball is going to be caught by Johnson. Second out of the inning. With Heyman, cautious optimism that if the Gators were to play into the middle of June, they were able to find themselves in Omaha once again, you might get Heyman back at that point. But that one is very much wait and see. Yeah. Kyle Jones out for the year. Shelton, April 14th, 15th, somewhere around there.
They lost Frank Menendez, one of their better left-handers, out of the bullpen, so they really don't have a matchup-ish deal. The Gators, lefty on lefty.
Yeah, the only left-hander on staff right now is Coppola, the starter today.
Yeah, so it's all right-handers for the Gators, and they have had a ton of injuries. Now, O'Sullivan will not use that as an excuse, but it's a real thing. Winning championships is having the talent, but you got to stay healthy. And of course, you got to have people do what you don't expect them to do. And right here, Lance Williams, who's only gone into the fourth inning twice this year, is fantastic so far in this game. That's what the Pirates needed.
Into the air to right. Herring in the warning track. Squeezes it for the final out of the inning. Florida gets on the board. An RBI single from Justin Nato. It's 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the third.
Building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works. See, that's how it works.
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
We can't get enough of the WNBA. A fresh draft class has arrived.
Dallas Wings select Paige Beckers.
Teams stacked with new talent.
Jewel's a complete dog.
And the Valkyries take flight in the Bay.
Ridiculous!
We've got more stars and more heat than ever. The WNBA on ESPN. We can't get enough.
Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals, presented by Capital One. Conway, South Carolina, just about 12 miles inland from Myrtle Beach. Hey, you talk about a school that has transformed over the last couple of decades. Coastal Carolina was largely a commuter school, and their on-campus population has grown. You look at the facilities. This baseball stadium is absolutely gorgeous. Certainly not the biggest stadium in the country, but it's the perfect size, perfect setting.
Well, we saw that last night, and there's something to be said about having people right on top of you and maxing it out at, what was it, 6,400 last night, as opposed to having a 20,000 seat stadium, for example, and having it half full. So pretty electric last night here with Coastal playing.
Showing bunt, going up and in.
Little matrix.
The comes right back with fastball for a strike. 3-1. Riley Johnson takes high there for ball 4. Leadoff man on base. The NBA Finals start Thursday night at 8:30 Eastern on ABC with Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers taking on SGA and the Thunder. Game 1 coverage tips with NBA Countdown at 8 Eastern. Should be fun. That young Thunder team that has just gotten better and better and better. Best record in the NBA in the regular season.
You're an NBA fan?
Not huge.
Yeah.
Keep up with it a little bit. Playoffs, obviously a lot of fun. I will say that you and I are both old enough that when I saw Pacers-Knicks, I was immediately pushed back to the mid-late 90s and those Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing.
Yeah. Well, Coppola just didn't have it today. And Kevin O'Sullivan's seen enough.
2-0 count and making a change after the walk to start the inning. A new pitcher coming into the game for the Florida Gators. We'll tell you about him when we come back. ECU in front, 2-1 in the bottom of the third.
It's a rare thing when someone you've been with for so long finds a way to surprise you. It's like discovering E-Trade's easy-to-use platform now comes with the power of Morgan Stanley.
Mom can speak walrus?
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game. We got the ice, and we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy Hot, you're so back.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
We can't get enough of the WNBA.
Dallas Wings select Paige Beckers.
With more stars and more heat than ever.
Ridiculous!
The WNBA on ESPN.
Time was had last night, 6,423, a new record for attendance at Springbrook Stadium. And the game in front of them between Florida and Fairfield ran a little long, and so when that game ended, there were thousands that were lined up for seemingly over a mile waiting for the chance to get. A lot of ECU fans were here as well. They kind of covered up the berm down the right field line and were scattered throughout the rest of the stadium. But an absolutely electric scene in the ballpark last night, and kind of feel like we're going to get a redo of that tonight in the regional final when Coastal Carolina takes the field with a chance to go to a super regional.
Billy Barlow takes over. 6'2", 220s from right here in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Last outing May 20th against South Carolina. Went 3 2/3, walked 3. Struck out 2, fastball up to 95 miles an hour, changeups to left-handers. 100 points better against right-handed hitters, only 235 against.
Colby Wallace showing bunt. First pitch from Billy Barlow. That's in for a strike. He inherits a 2-ball, no-strike count, so it's 2-1. Now to Colby Wallace, who struck out looking back in the first inning. Runner goes on the ground, and that's a base hit. It's through. Nadeau was moving toward the bag because of the stolen base attempt. Runner in motion, got him out of position, and that was executed beautifully by ECU.
Cliff Godwin loves putting on plays offensively. We had a double steal the other night, trying to steal a run first, third, and now a hit and run perfectly executed. Nadeau covering the bag, can't get it. First and third now, first and second for the Pirates. And this is almost definitely a bunt, but it's their best guy, Austin Irby.
So Riley Johnson reaches via walk, a 4-pitch walk to start the inning. Colby Wallace, runner in motion, able to hit it where the second baseman was. First and second, nobody down. ECU in front, 2-1.
You talk about a tough decision. What do you do here? Austin Irby has been scorching, 7 hits in the last 2 days, but he's in a bunt situation.
Walked and scored his first time up. Take strike one.
And a lot of times they'll give you a strike. Like the coach will say, you get 1 strike. And once that goes by and it's 0-1, now they give him the bunt, usually. He's swinging.
Irby goes after the pitch, fouls it off, and he's behind in the count 0-2, and that one hurt.
That's why you see all that armor on the right side. That slider coming into the left-handed hitter. And that's where it hurts. Hit it into yourself off the, looked like the inside part of the right knee. And sometimes as a hitter, just the thought of maybe I should bunt throws you off. A lot like if a pitcher throws at your head, you're getting out of the way, it starts making you think things other than what you should be thinking about.
Not only is Austin Irby hitting 700 in the regional, he's slugging at a 1,500 clip. Couple of doubles, couple of home runs, that'll do it. All in 2 strikes to Irby. And he hits it out into right center field, and letting him swing away pays off. Riley Johnson hits the bag at third. He comes to score. Colby Wallace first to third. It's an RBI single for Austin Irby. Stay hot, kid. 8 hits in the regional.
Cliff Godwin gets a lot of credit for that. You know he wanted to bunt, but he lets his guy go, and it pays off. Base hit over second base in the right center gap. Billy Barlow did not put that slider where he wanted it. He left it out over the plate. And a bad guy to do it to. Austin Irby, 8 hits in this regional. And East Carolina extends the lead. Hunter likes it.
Coming into this ball game, Austin Irby was hitting .299 with 11 home runs and 48 driven in. His average now up over 300 for the year. And he picks up his 49th run batted in. Under the corner, still nobody out. Rocket off the face of the dugout for Florida. Peltier shows bunt, takes it.
And this is a situation where Cliff Godwin likes to put something on, whether it's a steal of second base to try to get the run home from third, or bunt him in as like a sacrifice, kind of a safety squeeze, but also gets the runner over to second. A lot of plays, a lot of options here
Wallace
for East Carolina.
Third, Irby at first. Hit it into the air deep enough out to right field, and that one's going to fall in for a base hit. Looked like sac fly. Wilson couldn't run it down. It's an RBI double for Alex Peltier. And it's now 4-1.
Freshman comes through. I mean, just perfect placement down the right field line, spinning away from Wilson in right field. And that ball comes up quick on Wilson, and he slid a little early. I don't know that he had another option other than running into the wall. And and East Carolina dumps another one in, extends their lead.
Just the 12th RBI of the year for Alex Peltier, but that is a big one, and Kevin O'Sullivan back to the mound. He got just 2 innings out of his starter. Here's Coppola. No percentage of an inning for Billy Barlow. Gave up single, double. We'll tell you about the new pitcher for the Gators when we come back. ECU in front, 4-1.
It's a rare thing when someone you've been with for so long finds a way to surprise you. It's like discovering E-Trade's easy-to-use platform now comes with the power of Morgan Stanley.
Mom can speak walrus?
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game. We got the ice, and we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy Hot, you're so back.
Barbecue season is back.
Yeah, it is. Hey, it's Ellen.
And this is Sarah Beth.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese, I
feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Real guests paid for their testimonial.
East Carolina in control of this game. Austin Irby gets a 2-strike pitch. He rips into the right center gap with the RBI single, and then the double by Alex Peltier down the right field line. Scores another one for East Carolina, who already had 2 on the board. Now up 4-1 with nobody out. Second and third, 9-spot Walker Barron up to face Jake Clemente, who Kevin O'Sullivan was really excited about, and probably a big reason of the turnaround that Florida has had this year. Put him in the back end of the rotation. Got 7 saves on the year, 3.3 ERA, 74 strikeouts in 50 innings, and he has been really good. It's shortened games for the Gators. He's in a tough spot here. It makes a difference. It's traffic on the bases, and your team's down by 3, facing elimination, but Jake Clemente is their best guy out of the pen.
7 saves on the year for Clemente, all in the last month and a half, last 6 weeks of the season. And when we talked to O'Sullivan about turnaround, and he goes, well, I mean, the simple answer is Jake Clemente. He was the linchpin. He said, you know, we would have a lead, but we just couldn't hold it at the end of the game, couldn't figure it out. They moved Jake Clemente to the back end of the bullpen. And it wasn't a traditional closer role where you come in and go get the final 3 outs and everybody high fives and handshakes. It might be a 3-inning situation to go try and finish the game. Didn't have the luxury of holding him any longer, though. If this is the best bullet you've got left and you're down 4-1 with the season hanging in the balance, you go to him in the bottom of the 3rd. And the first pitch he throws hits Walker Barron in the back.
Just nothing really going right for Kevin O'Sullivan and the Gators, and that is very uncharacteristic of Jake Clemente.
Clemente 2-1 on the year, 3.38 earned run average. This inning, 5 in a row have reached safely. Leadoff walk, single from Wallace, single from Irby, double from Peltier. And now Walker Barron hit by the pitch in the 9 hole. So we flip to the top of the order, and Braden Burris Irby at 3rd, Peltier at 2nd, Barron at 1st.
There's that correction you were talking about. Fastball gets away from you. Let's throw a slider, get back on track. But the problem the Gators are having now is they're letting all the guys in the bottom of the order get on base. And now they flipped it to Braden Burris, one of their best players. Been riding a heater.
3 innings, 3 bases loaded situations. A lot of traffic on the bases for East Carolina. Burris squares to bunt, and he takes ball 3. So that's 4 pitches from Clemente out of the bullpen, and all 4 of them have missed. 15 hits on Friday for ECU against this Florida pitching staff. Already 6 today. There's a strike. 3-1 now to Burris.
I'm not so sure I wouldn't take strike 2. He's got to throw a fastball. 3-1 and 3-2. And you just don't want to let him off the hook after he's struggled in this at bat.
3-1 pitch lofted out into left field, and that one's going to fall in front of Sear. Tagging and coming home to score, Austin Irby. For a second, I thought Sear had a chance to get to that. Looked like maybe some indecision from him, and so he elects to keep it in front.
He backed off of it, but if you make a wrong decision, that can get by you, and then it's a circus. So I think Sear did the right thing, just letting it bounce, being cautious about that ball. Initially, if he breaks right toward it, I think you're right. I think he does it. It goes laterally, and it drops. And another run across for the Pirates.
And the lead 5-1 for ECU. 2 in the second, 3 so far here in the third. Still nobody out as Jack Herring steps in and takes strike 1. 6 in a row, reaching safely to start this third inning for ECU. This one on the ground, past the third baseman, Stripling. Peltier scores. Here comes Walker Barron. The throw in toward the plate. A 2-run double for Jack Herring, and now the Pirates are pouring it on.
This is just a definition of keeping the line moving. Pirates had scored 18 runs coming into this game, and they just keep adding on. And every ball is finding a hole. Everybody's swinging the bat well. The Pirates are playing with a lot of confidence. They'd gotten beat last night from Coastal Carolina, but that was late in the game. They'd won 5 in a row before that. And everything seems to be going East Carolina's way right now.
If you were not with us last night, East Carolina had a 5-4 lead going into the top of the 7th inning. Coastal Carolina scored 5 in the 7th, 6 in the 8th, and 3 more in the 9th. Here's Dixon Williams. A walk and a strikeout. There's strike 2. Coppola started the inning. He walked Riley Johnson. He was 2-0 on Colby Wallace when they brought Billy Barlow into the game. Barlow gave up 3 straight hits. They've turned it over to Jake Clemente. He hit the first batter and has given up single and double since. They had no balls and 2 strikes to Dixon Williams.
Still nobody out.
Still nobody out. Jam shot out towards second. Caught there by Nato. First out of the inning.
Ninth hitter coming to the plate for the Pirates in this inning. I like what Jake Clemente did right there. Just fastballs in. First base is open, so he's not overly concerned about hitting the hitter, but he's going to get him jammed up, and execution worked. Now the Gators will bring the infield in.
John Collins takes ball 1. The breaking ball falls low. Florida looking to cut down a run at the plate. Stripling, Bozer, Nato, Lawson, third to first, all at the edge of the infield grass. 2-0.
First base is open. A double play gets him out of the inning, so this is not a situation where Jake Clemente just pumps a fastball right down the middle. Might try to get a swing and miss on a slider, something out of the zone, get John Collins to chase. If he doesn't and he walks him, it's okay. Again, you're 1 pitch away from getting out of this.
3-0. Strike 3 and 1. Full count now.
Good take by John Collins. Now you have to be looking slider. Throws a fastball, you just got to be quick enough to put it in play, but you're sitting back on that pitch you just saw. That allows you to take it if it's out of the zone. Let the ball travel in.
Strike 3 called. Collins goes away looking for the second out of the inning.
John Collins just got froze up by that thought. I'm sitting slider out over the plate or even outside corner. I don't want to strike out, so I'm going to protect against the worst pitch I can see. Jake Clemente works off of that and burns him on the inside corner.
East Carolina hitting .500 in the game. 8 hits and 16 at-bats. 6 for 13 with runners in scoring position. And looking for a 2-out base hit from Riley Johnson, with Burris at third and Herring at second. Set a pop up to shallow left. Blake Sear, plenty of time, makes the catch, and East Carolina strands a couple, but not before putting 5 more on the board. Pirates, after 3, lead at 7-1.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Your brain with Allegra versus some allergy medications during rush hour. Some allergy medications can make you drowsy. But Allegra is different. Traffic jam? We got this.
Woo! We're nailing it.
Yeah, come on. Like a boss. Right on time.
Allegra is fast 24-hour allergy relief with 0% brain interference, so you can use it even when you're driving. It's a no-brainer.
Barbecue season is back.
Yeah, it is. Hey, it's Ellen.
And this is Sarah Beth.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese,
I feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
We go to the 4th inning. Pirates fans a lot to cheer about, leading 7-1 over the Florida Gators in this elimination game. Richard Cross, Todd Walker with you. We've got a special guest joining us from the ECU dugout, Ethan Norby, who pitched on Friday, and now he's relegated to being a spectator. Ethan, appreciate your time. First of all, career high 116 pitches, 7 1/3, only 3 earned runs, 10 punch outs on Friday. What a way to start this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I had to go out there and just do my thing and help eat some innings and, keep the arms fresh for the next couple of days.
Ethan, how you guys feeling right now? Obviously pretty good. I mean, in the conference, you rattled off 4 in a row. Won the opener against Florida. Got beat last night. I mean, I know you guys went back and watched the 1983 Survive in advance. How's this week been like for you guys?
Oh, it's been unreal. I think early in the season we were putting too much pressure on ourselves, trying to do too much, and this past week it's just really been no pressure, and we're just going out there and playing free, having fun, all that great stuff.
Ty Evans at the plate for Florida. I know you were in the dugout last night, not on the mound, but just the environment for that game last night. How cool was that?
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen. I've gotten the opportunity to pitch in a regional, and that was by far the coolest crowd I've ever seen in my life.
On the road, of course. Those Clark LeClaire crowds have been pretty fantastic for you guys through the years as well.
Yeah. I mean, it felt like it was like half and half last night. It was unreal. Pirate Nation showed out as always. They're unreal.
Ethan, what goes into your approach on the mound? I mean, obviously you're working quick. I mean, you're ready to go before that hitter even looks up at you, pumping strikes in there. I mean, what's your mentality there?
I mean, just go right after him, attack from pitch one. Just knowing that, just having a lot of confidence in my stuff, and just going and trying to get outs, as quick as possible.
Lance Williams, the freshman, getting the start today. What have you seen from him so far?
Oh, he's been awesome. He's a great kid. He's got a special arm. I can't wait to see him just keep growing and keep getting better every single time he goes out there.
Ethan, who's your roommates?
So my roommate right now on the road is Ethan Young, and then I live with the Irby brothers back home.
So that's why he's so hot.
Yeah.
That's it.
The Soul Grade boys. Come on now.
Strike 3 call. Brody Dene goes away looking on 3 pitches. 5th strikeout of the game from Lance Williams.
That electric arm, man.
Yeah, I mean, fastball, lower third, could not place it any better.
Yeah.
With a little movement, I mean, right on the outside quarter. I mean, how many conversations have you had with Lance, especially this week and after your start?
Not many this week, but he's kind of a simple guy. He likes not to think too much when he's up there. Just go out there and just be himself.
I've known your head coach, Cliff Godwin, for a long time, going back to the time when he was at Ole Miss. And when we were visiting with him on Thursday, he was trying to sell us on this idea that he's like a softer, gentler version of himself, that he's calmed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you buying that at all?
I agree with that. My brother was here back in the Hard Knocks days, I would call it. And it's definitely a lot better. But, he's been great. Being really personable with guys, bringing guys in all the time, talking to them. It's been awesome.
How cool was that in your start, too? Your brother's watching. I know the Marlins were watching. That's got to be pretty neat.
Oh, yeah. He told me that there was a lot of Miami Hurricanes fans, so they wanted me to go out there and do the thing against the Gators.
I like it a lot. Well, it was outstanding. I asked you before we came on, you got any bullets left in the gun, if needed?
I think we can go tomorrow. We'll see how we wake up and feel tomorrow when we're playing for a championship.
Sounds good. Ethan Norby, an outstanding performance on Friday. Appreciate your time. Great catching up.
Thank you, guys.
East Carolina leading it 7-1. It was Norby on Friday. It's Lance Williams today. Fly out, a strikeout, and now ahead in the count of Blake Sear.
Gosh, he was good the other night. He had a game this year against Coastal. He struck out 19.
Roller left side. Wallace charges, fields, and throws across, smooth as can be, and the Gators go 1, 2, 3 in the 4th. Through 3.5, ECU in front, 7-1.
It's a rare thing when someone you've been with for so long finds a way to surprise you. It's like discovering E-Trade's easy-to-use platform now comes with the power of Morgan Stanley.
Mom can speak walrus?
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
We've waited so long.
The Women's College World Series heats up in OKC as softball's elite compete for their ticket to the championship series.
It's time to shine on the biggest stage in softball.
The Women's College World Series, presented by Capital One, continues through June 6th on the networks of ESPN.
Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals, presented by Capital One. We're at Conway, South Carolina. East Carolina and Florida playing an elimination game right now, with the Pirates leading at 7-1. The winner of this game meets Coastal Carolina. The Chanticleers chomping at the bit to get back on the diamond after last night's win over ECU. Scheduled for a 6 Eastern first pitch in that ball game. Chopper to third, fielded by Stripling. He had to wait for Lawson to get to the bag. Kind of had to reload before the throw across. Makes a good toss across the infield, and Wallace is retired to start the inning.
Fired that one across after earlier where he dumped it in the dirt. Yeah, very confident throw from Stripling there.
A lot of baseball left. See, East Carolina, they had a 9-0 lead in Friday's game against Florida. Gators got the bats going late in that ball game. Lead is 6 today. Trying to increase that here in the bottom of the 4th inning. If Jay Clemente can settle in and find a way to throw up a couple of zeros, it gives this Florida offense a chance.
It's much different starting a clean inning versus what he had to come through last inning with all the traffic. And again, he's their best out of the bullpen, so they're hoping he can hold it here.
Fly ball to left. Sear stumbled. That ball keeps going into the bullpen. A solo home run. I mean, at this point, you got to be kidding me. Austin Irby again. A walk, an RBI single, a solo home run the opposite way. His 3rd home run of the regional.
You just can't get him out. 4 hits in game 1, 3 hits yesterday, 2 hits today. On base all 3 times, scored 3 runs. Home run the opposite direction. And the Irby-Norby combo has been really good in this regional.
#12th home run of the year. 50th run bat at the end of the year for Austin Irby.
You're locked in, you're locked in. I mean, you just feel like you can take any ball that's barely off the plate and anything across it, you feel like you're just going to smoke it. That's what Austin Irby's been doing.
Keep coming, guys. Here we go. Peltier shows bunt, takes a strike. Georgia and Oklahoma State in a battle in Athens. 7-7 between the Dogs and the Cowboys. Elimination game. The winner will have to beat Duke twice. Georgia, top 8 seed, number 7 national seed. On the ground left side. Bozer. Long throw across. Strong throw there for the 2nd out of the inning.
Bozer's looked really good taking over for Colby Shelton at shortstop. Again, Bozer's played mostly 3rd base, but footwork's great. Transfer, strong, accurate throw.
Got a national seed on the ropes. Clemson in their home ballpark, getting beat 13-3 by the Kentucky Wildcats.
Make that 14. Wow.
It just changed.
I know, right when I looked at it. 14-3 on 12 hits by Kentucky.
Wake Forest offense has been for real this weekend. They lead Cincinnati 10-1 in the 8th inning. That's in the Knoxville Regional elimination game. Winner of that game would have to beat Tennessee 2 times to advance to a super. Low-scoring game in Tallahassee. Mississippi State leading 3-2 over Northeastern. Bulldogs have 10 hits in the game and still only a 1-run advantage. 2-2 now to Walker Barron. Oklahoma up 15-1 over Nebraska in Chapel Hill. So it got dusted by the Tar Heels last night. High chopper to 3rd. Stripling's got to hurry, and he again throws a strike across the diamond. 3 ground ball outs, but there was a solo home run in there as well from Austin Irby. It's 8-1 through 4.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Barbecue season is back.
Yeah, it is. Hey, it's Helen.
And this is Sarah Beth.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese,
I feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Hold on.
You're still purchasing your lenses from your optometrist?
What are you doing? Come on.
Why?
If there are home runs or big plays, you will not miss Let's Lose Our Minds.
Well, that's one way to get the party started.
That's a bad flip. Get used to that this weekend. This is your one-stop shop for everything Road to Omaha.
Nothing like the calm tones of Mike Rooney saying, "Let's lose our minds." ESPN is the home for the NCAA College Baseball Regionals for around-the-clock multi-game coverage. Scan the QR code below. ESPN Plus subscribers can access expanded coverage with Squeeze Play. I think I'm in the neighborhood of about 20 hours of Squeeze Play over the weekend. It has been a constant right here beside me in the booth this weekend.
A lot going on. 64 teams in action on day 1. Lost a few yesterday.
16 eliminated yesterday, 16 more eliminated today. Plus a few. Williams, the shortstop, coming all the way across and making that catch. Yost retired. Pretty economical so far by Lance Williams.
This is what Cliff Godwin and the Pirates had hoped for. Lance Williams kind of been out of the pen, facing a few guys coming out. Two games this year where he's thrown 4 innings. And, man, he has been good today.
So, new career high for Lance Williams. He's at 4 1/3. There was a strike 1 to Ashton Wilson. This ball out into right field toward Herring. He'll make the catch. And there are 2 down. And since the RBI double from Justin Nadeau in the 3rd inning, 7 straight have been retired by Lance Williams.
And he retired 6 in a row to start the game. Of course, base hit by Bozer to start this game. Got thrown out at second base. Faced the minimum through 2 at 6. And now he's been dominant again.
2 down, top of the 5th for Florida. Landon Stripling doubled and scored in the 3rd inning. 2 of Florida's 3 hits have come from Stripling and Nadeau in the 8-9 hole. Well, this one popped high into the air behind home plate. Barron able to make the catch right up against the net. Not an easy play for the catcher. Gators go 1, 2, 3. Our score 8-1. ECU in front, halfway home.
Your brain with Allegra versus some allergy medications during rush hour. Some allergy medications can make you drowsy. But Allegra is different. Traffic jam? We got this.
Woo! We're nailing it.
Yeah, come on. Like a boss. Right on time.
Allegra is fast 24-hour allergy relief with 0% brain interference, so you can use it even when you're driving. It's a no-brainer.
Let's go! The Rob Dwalish-Willie, the Sugar Show! Juliana Pena!
How are you going to beat me, Kayla?
Kayla Harrison, I will be champion.
Welcome, everyone, to Omaha, Nebraska, home of the College World Series. 'Cause here I come, I wear it all on my sleeve, so everything you see shows you where I'm from. Bolts back and makes the catch! Somehow hung on! Back-to-back jacks! More! Can you believe it?
Calendar flip today. Today, June 1st, so we are 12 days away from the start of the Men's College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. Jake Clemente on the mound now for Florida. 8 pitchers used in Friday's game against ECU. Combined 207 pitches. Yesterday, about 130 for the game. Today, 98 pitches and 3 pitchers used. Clemente trying to settle in. Gave up the solo home run in the 4th. Otherwise, got 3 ground outs. 8-1 our score.
Well, in between those 2 graphics, Aiden King gave him 8 innings, struck out 7, and it just shows you how important it is, whoever you've got to start that game on the mound, how important it is that they have a good outing. I mean, baseball's all pitching. You get a guy that can go on the mound, you can score a few runs, 1 through 9, and you're going to win.
Jeff had the first base umpire saying that Burris was not able to hold up there. Cliff Godwin takes a timeout to talk to Burris a little bit. Kind of watching the interaction between first base coach Palumbo at first for ECU and Jeff Head. It was a careful conversation. Palumbo just kind of strolled over. Calm conversation. You have an assistant coach that starts to argue with an umpire, you get in trouble in a hurry.
Yeah, I don't think that's what Palumbo's doing.
No.
And I always used to get out on the field and talk to the umpires. They're not going to cheat for you, but if you get to know them, I always felt like you'll get a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. And there's a lot of that going on in baseball. With this game is a game of inches, man. Kind of like getting to know your teachers in school. You know, they're less likely to fail you.
Get to know your broadcast partner, less likely to throw you under the bus.
So what that means is I got to know every professor I had at LSU.
There you go. Strikeout of Burris to start the inning. Here's Jack Herring. Big 2-run double in the 3rd inning for Herring. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. I kind of think what you might be able to get away with there as a first base coach. Walk over and just kind of, ooh, that was close, wasn't it? Just right on the line. What'd you see?
A lot more talkative when you're up by 7, for sure. And, you know, that was a real thing, you know, in these dugouts. Things going well for you, you know, and you're in this positive dancing attitude, you know, and nobody else wants to see that. And so you had to control your emotions. And then the opposite was true, too, when things aren't going well, especially if your team's winning and you're 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. You know, you've got to stay in there emotionally.
This one skied on the infield. Stripling has come a long way, and he makes an underhanded catch. Nice job there by Stripling to record the out.
That was a fantastic play. Keep your feet moving. And still has to make kind of a basket catch. That ball is difficult. It is spinning. When that ball goes up in the air, it's on the dirt. And that's how far it spun all the way back toward home plate. And Stripling stayed with it.
You know, one of the cliche announcer jokes is, and he had his sunglasses on his hat. But You a sunglasses guy when you play?
Oh, 100%. Like, they were still at the flips, you know, when I was playing. I didn't like the idea of changing colors. You know, when the ball went up, you flip them down. So I used Oakleys, yeah. But, you know, you'll have them with you, and if the sun's not a factor, then you won't wear them. But I liked wearing them. You see Bozer at short. I think he's got them on. I liked wearing them within it because the eye black never worked. There he is. I never liked the eye black. I didn't think it worked. It was for looks, for show. But the Oakleys did. Sunglasses worked. That's a different look. Upside down and on the back of your head. That'd be tough to get those things around if you needed them.
Strike there to Dixon Williams. On base one time, a walk, a strikeout, a pop out. Full count now to Williams. Jay Clemente trying to have a 1-2-3 inning. That would be the first for any Florida pitcher in this game. Popped up. Third base side. Again, Stripling makes the catch with the sunglasses on his hat. 1-2-3 go the Pirates.
It's a rare thing when someone you've been with for so long finds a way to surprise you. It's like discovering E-Trade's easy-to-use platform now comes with the power of Morgan Stanley.
Mom can speak walrus?
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
There is one goal: to get to Omaha. And the heat has been turned all the way up.
That's one way to get the party started.
Every pitch, every swing, every play matters. Is this the year they reach the promised land?
Regionals continue through Monday on the networks of ESPN.
Coastal Carolina waiting on its turn. A chance for the Chanticleers to punch their ticket to a super regional. First pitch scheduled for 6 o'clock tonight. You know that those Coastal bats are ready to get back in there and swing it again.
11 runs in the 7th and the 8th inning alone for Coastal Carolina. And they have been electric, both offensively and on the mound. They've outscored opponents 180 to 54 in that 20-game winning streak. 50 wins on the season already for Kevin Schnall in his first year.
I would imagine Colby Thorndike eating his chicken and rice about now. He told us after the game that was the pregame meal. Said not much breakfast yesterday because they slept in after the late night the night before, but heavy on the chicken and rice.
Yeah, Thorndike for Coastal and Austin Irby for East Carolina. I mean, I don't know if I've seen 2 hotter hitters this year.
You know, to Justin Nato. RBI single for Nato, just his second at bat of the game, happening here in the top of the 6th. And he takes a strike. Lance Williams in great shape in terms of pitch count. He was at 60 pitches through 5 innings. This would line foul out of play by Nadeau. Brad Pruitt is up and throwing in the bullpen for East Carolina. Pruitt pitched last night. Ran into that Chanticleer buzzsaw. Full count. Outside and a leadoff man on base for the Gators. Sunday night baseball matchup. It is a good one. The series finale between Aaron Judge and the AL East leading Yankees. Shohei Ohtani and the NL West leading Dodgers. Rematch from the World Series a year ago. 7 Eastern on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern with baseball tonight. Sunday night countdown. A couple of home runs yesterday for Aaron Judge, but the Dodgers emerged victorious at Chavez Ravine.
Austin Knight up there to talk to his guy. He and Cliff Godwin were together at Oxford 2014.
Austin Knight was a catcher on that Ole Miss team. Cliff Godwin, the top assistant on Mike Bianco's staff at the time after that 2014 Omaha team from Ole Miss. 2-2 in Omaha. Godwin got the head coaching job at his alma mater. Ole Miss gets started in a elimination game in about 15 minutes in Oxford against Georgia Tech today. How about Murray State? A 4 seed going 2-0 in its first 2 games of regional play. One of the big stories of this postseason. Murray State's been swinging it through their first 2 games.
Lance Williams, he's showing a little bit of fatigue.
Yeah.
That's why we tell you the history. You know, he just hasn't gone this long all year. And fell behind 3-0 to the 9-hole, Justin Nadeau, and now 3-0 to Bobby Bozer as the lineup turns.
Longest outing of his career, most pitches thrown in a game in his career. Previously, 4 innings, 5 strikeouts, 66 pitches against Coastal Carolina. A 4-pitch walk here to Bobby Bozer, and an opportunity perhaps for Florida. Back-to-back walks to start the inning. We know this is a very capable Gators offense. They've been held in check, only 3 hits in the game so far. And that may be the most disappointing part of walking back-to-back guys to start the inning.
Well, and the fact that you got a 7-run lead, you certainly, the only way that the Gators can come back is start giving away free passes. They're not going to hit their way out of 7-run deficit, but started good for the Gators in this inning.
So the day done for Lance Williams. 5+ innings, only 3 hits allowed. So far, only 1 earned run. It came back in the 3rd inning, but he's walked the first 2 here in the 6th inning. Well, Lance Williams has given East Carolina everything that it could have asked for. Thin on pitching, used a bunch of guys last night. Brad Pruitt trots in from the bullpen in left field. Lance Williams hands it off to Pruitt. It's a nice ovation for the ECU fans. Pirates in front 8-1. 2 on base for Florida here in the 6th.
Barbecue season is back.
Yeah, it is. Hey, it's Ellen.
And this is Sarah Beth.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese, I feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game. We got the ice, and we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy Hot, you're so back.
We can't get enough of the WNBA.
Dallas Wings select Paige Beckers.
With more stars and more heat than ever.
Ridiculous!
The WNBA on ESPN.
8-1, East Carolina in front of Florida. Gators have first and second with nobody out after a couple of walks to start the inning. Yesterday we had Brad Pruitt as relaxed as could be, sitting in the Adirondack chair just hanging out with his teammates. Little bit different story right now.
Well, you can't be that nervous. He's got a 7-run lead. At this point, you just want him throwing strikes. 33 walks in 66 innings, so 1 walk every 2 innings is the first thing you look at. 6 hit by pitches, but he has 5 starts, 27 total appearances for Brad Pruitt. Gets the fastball up to 95 miles an hour. And change-ups to the left-handers. Tends to use more sliders to the righties. Equally good against lefty and right-handed hitters.
Pitched in last night's ball game. And unable to record an out in that game last night. Brendan Lawson 0 for 2, couple of fly ball outs, 1 to left, 1 to right. He's got first and second with nobody out. Florida trailing by 7. 2-0 the count to Brendan Lawson. This is a first for Brad Pruitt. 28th appearance of the year. It's the first time, though, that he has thrown on consecutive days all season long. A bunch of weekends where he threw twice, but never on back-to-back days.
7-run lead. You got 3-0 count to Nato, a 3-0 count to Bozer, and now a 3-0 count to Lawson. That is not what you wanted out of your staff. He had a little control issues yesterday when he came in the game, too. Trying to get him to bite on that changeup, they won't do it. So now you're relying on your fastball. And he's got to navigate through 2, 3, 4 in this Gator lineup.
And it's a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded. Florida looking for a spark, with Godwin looking for an answer on the mound right now. Jake Hunter is up and throwing in the bullpen.
Yeah, a little cutter away. I mean, Brad Pruitt, we kind of saw this with him yesterday, and again today it's carried over. You thought he would have gained some confidence being out there. But at this point, you just want strikes.
Ty Evans this year with the bases loaded, 5 for 9. He's got a grand slam, has driven in 14 runs. Evans 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the first inning, flew out to center in the 4th inning.
Hurt most of this year trying to still find his stroke, but he's capable. We already talked about it earlier in the year. 5 home runs in Omaha a couple of years ago when Florida made that run all the way to the finals.
East Carolina won the first matchup, the opening game of this regional, 11-6. Pruitt finds a strike there, and the count evens at 1-1 to Ty Evans. This ball hit on the ground, off the glove of the second baseman Burris. It kicks out into center field. 2 runs come around to score on the hard hit ball by Ty Evans. It's now 8-3.
That's what happened last night for ECU. Throws it in the dirt on a routine play, then kicked in the shift, drop fly ball down the first base line. That was a tough play for him, but a lot of mistakes for East Carolina. And then he just throws in the dirt. And again, you can't really hit your way out of a big deficit in high-level baseball, but you can come back with walks and errors.
Cliff Godwin out of the dugout after a ball 1 pitch there. That was scored an error on ECU, so E4 allowed Ty Evans to reach.
I think this will be it. Godwin had seen the same act yesterday, and it's just doesn't have it.
Evans does get an RBI, but not 2. So it was the error that allowed the second run to score on the ground ball to second. And now Jake Hunter coming into the game for the second time this weekend. He pitched following Ethan Norby and finished off game 1 of the series. We'll tell you more about Jake Hunter when we come back. Florida trying to mount a comeback. Couple of runs across, runners at the corners, down 8-3.
Your brain with Allegra versus some allergy medications during rush hour. Some allergy medications can make you drowsy. But Allegra is different. Traffic jam? We got this.
Woo! We're nailing it.
Yeah, come on. Like a boss. Right on time.
Allegra is fast 24-hour allergy relief with 0% brain interference, so you can use it even when you're driving. It's a no-brainer.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
We're live from Chick-fil-A.
This is Grant.
And this is Laura.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that sweet bun.
And that chicken filet was perfectly crispy and soft at the same time.
And that Smokehouse Barbecue sauce, it's a lot of fun. And the brown sugar bacon definitely had a little bit more pizzazz. Also, the Mac, one of the all-time greats.
It's hard to believe how much goodness you can get in one bite.
Man, I'm getting hungry.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
When the monsters come, all you can do is scream.
You were the last person to see the president alive. Did you kill him?
They will never see us coming.
Better?
Yes, better.
Welcome back to NCAA Regional Baseball, presented by Capital One. Women's College World Series. Couple of games today. Elimination game between UCLA and Tennessee. Out to get started later tonight. Oregon and Oklahoma in an elimination game. Texas already set for the semifinals, as is Texas Tech. On Wednesday, we'll have Game 1 of the championship series. It's a best of 3 on ESPN at 8 Eastern. For more information, go to ncaa.com. Your home for all 90 NCAA championships. Jake Hunter into the game for East Carolina. The 6'4", 226-pound senior from Rockwell, North Carolina, making his 28th appearance of the year. 2-3 with a 4.58 ERA. And the first pitch misses low to Brody Dene. Walk started the issue in the inning, 3 in a row to start. Nadeau, Bozer, and Brendan Lawson. And then Ty Evans hits it hard on the ground to second off the glove of Burris. 2 runs came around to score. You got Evans at first and Brendan Lawson at third, and that went up and in. It's 2-0, and it's almost like it's contagious right now with the ECU pitchers.
Yeah, at least 2-0 on the last 4 hitters and now 5. And this is a guy you do not want to fall behind. Brody Dene can lose it.
Left side to second for 1 to first. In time for the double play. That is 2 huge outs for East Carolina. But Lawson comes home to score, and it makes it 8-4.
That's why strikes are just so important. You know, I mean, put it over the plate. Let them hit it at somebody. Huge double play for the Pirates in this inning. That could have got away from them in a hurry. Brody Done, they dodged a bullet there. 2 outs for the Pirates. Another run across for the Gators that cut the lead in half.
Wallace started that double play over at third base. Here's Blake Sear. Base is empty. 2 down in the inning. Sear takes inside for ball 1. Florida gets 3 back here in the top of the 6th inning to make it an 8-4 game. On the ground, that's a base hit against the shift. Hit it on the right side of the second base bag. Had 3 infielders on the left side of the bag, and so Florida trying to start it back up with 2 outs.
Blake Sear has been swinging the bats well. Just pops it right back up the middle. Keeps the inning alive for the Gators.
Now Hayden Yost, 0 for 2. And drops in a strike with the breaking ball. Oklahoma in front of Nebraska 17-1. Georgia has taken an 8-7 lead over Oklahoma State in the 7th inning.
And that's a ball by Blake Sear that, you know, in a closer game, you'd probably take a chance, try to get to second base, but down by 4, it's pretty much station to station at this point. I don't want to make any silly outs on the bags.
The 1-1. 2-1. 8th inning of an elimination game in Tallahassee. Mississippi State clinging to a 1-run lead over Northeastern in front 3-2. We want a foul tip. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Hayden Yost. Yost trying to keep the inning alive. All 3 walks to start the inning have come around to score, but a big double play that Dene hit into. Giving ECU a chance to get out of this inning with no more damage. Yost stays alive at the plate.
Heavy dose of sliders from Jake Hunter. .28% swing and miss on that pitch.
Two. This one hit to short. It's flared there by Williams. That's actually the third baseman, Williams, who was playing in the shortstop spot. And he's able to get the lead runner, Sear, at second base to end the inning.
Man, that some style points, too. How about that? Jake Hunter loves it.
Your kid's brain with Allegra versus some allergy medications in the math quiz. Some allergy medications can make your kids drowsy.
1, 2, 3.
But Allegra is different.
7 times 51? No biggie. 357.
Ace. Well done.
Allegra is fast, non-drowsy allergy relief with 0% brain interference, so your kids can stay sharp at school. It's a no-brainer.
When the monsters come, all you can do is scream.
You were the last person to see the president alive. Did you kill him?
They will never see us coming.
Better?
Yes, better. We can't get enough of the WNBA.
Dallas Wings select Paige Beckers.
With more stars and more heat than ever.
Ridiculous!
The WNBA on ESPN.
Since 1999, there have only been a handful of 4 seeds that have started regional play 2-0. 6 of them have gone on to win the regional. 1 of them went on to win a national championship.
Yeah, that Oral Roberts run, I remember that. Evansville last year in the Greenville Regional. Our producer Tony had them, the Purple Aces. So good. Wes Carroll, the head coach, they win that regional, go to Tennessee last year. Tennessee, of course, wins the national championship. Took a game from them in the Super. Evansville scared some people last year.
Of course, it was 2008 Fresno State.
Yeah.
Knocked off Georgia in the College World Series finals. Got Murray State this year in the Oxford Regional that has started 2-0. Jake Clemente with a strikeout of John Collins to start the 6th inning. Since Clemente has come into the game, he gave up the solo home run in the 4th. He retired the side in order in the 5th inning, and he gets a strikeout here in the 6th, giving the Gators a chance.
And you're feeling a little bit of a momentum shift now, and that's why Jake Clemente's out there to give him that edge defensively. And it's going to be up to Jake Hunter on the other side to switch it back.
Clemente hit the first hitter that he faced, and then he gave up a single and a double for getting out of that 3rd inning. Much better since, starting off clean innings. 3 1/3 for Clemente, 3 hits allowed, 2 earned runs. He has struck out 3 since coming in. Pitching ahead also. The 1-2. Lifted out to left field. Sear on the run, and that ball off the fence. Stays in the yard. But Riley Johnson with a 1-out double the opposite way gives East Carolina a base runner with 1 down.
There's a way to get a little momentum back. Riley Johnson shoots that slider out the opposite direction. It really carries with these left-handed bats going that way. Backspin on that ball. All the way, misses a home run by half the fence length. And with 1 out, 5-hole Riley Johnson gives the Pirates some momentum, a little bit of confidence.
Riley Johnson was watching that one intently as he was headed toward first base, wondering if he had gotten enough. 95 on the outer black. Strike 1 to Colby Wallace. Wallace 1 for 3. Singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Behind in the count 0-2 after the foul ball there. right side. Covering it first, Clemente, but a bad flip by Lawson, and that's going to allow a run to score. Allows Colby Wallace to get to second base. Should have been 2 outs with a runner at third. Instead, it's still just 1 out, and a big error on the Florida defense.
Brendan Lawson was a high school shortstop. He's athletic over there, but the momentum just taking him away from where Clemente was going. You have to lead that pitcher on that, and if you don't, that happens. And East Carolina's done a fantastic job of answering. We saw that last night with Coastal. About 3 innings in a row, Coastal would score, East Carolina would come back, and they're doing it again today.
E3 leads to a run. It's now 9-4. Florida had been chipping away. They got 3 runs in the top of the 6th inning, and now Kevin O'Sullivan will head to the mound to have a conversation with Jake Clemente, but they're bringing the trainer out as well. So this is not a mound visit. This is an injury timeout, or at least checking on an injury. Trying to take another look at that play at first base. Trying to reach down and maybe kind of come down awkwardly.
When you have to turn your shoulders like that and lead, and look how far of a flip that was ended up being actually for Brendan Lawson, because he thought it would be a little more routine. And once you have to completely turn your front shoulder around and lead the pitcher on a dead sprint, that is just a tough play.
Clemente was kind of flexing his right hand. You saw there at the very end, bracing himself as he fell. It was his right hand that kind of hit the ground, may have jammed his wrist a little bit. Runner on second, still just 1 out in the inning. And the red-hot Austin Irby at the plate. And he takes inside for ball 1. Irby's been on base all 3 times today. He has scored 3 runs, a walk, an RBI single, and a solo home run. And this one gets away from Dene up the third baseline, and that moves Colby Wallace up 90 feet. He's now at third base.
So now they have to bring the infield in, which gives Austin Irby even more of an advantage than he already has. 9 hits in 3 games, and this is something they did not want. They're actually kind of pitching around Austin Irby with 1 out. That would have given them the double play chance, but spiked ball gets the runner over to third, and now they've got to squeeze him.
High into the air, shallow left field. Blake Sear coming in. He'll make the catch and will throw it to the infield. No chance for Colby Wallace to come home there. 2 down in the inning.
Great pitch by Jake Clemente. He's been using that middle in fastball, 94, 95 miles an hour in on the left-handed hitters, and gets him his 2nd out. Big play. Runner on third, less than 2 outs for a hitter. That's a dream. You just put the ball in the outfield deep somewhere, but Irby not able to do it. Nice pitch.
It's past 3 o'clock on the East Coast, 2 o'clock in the Central Time Zone. Got some games that have just cranked up. They are late in Athens. Georgia leading Oklahoma State 8-7. Bender for a strike there. Kentucky all over Clemson 16-4 in an elimination game. Top of the 9th inning, Northeastern with its last chance, trailing 3-2 to Mississippi State. Vandy and Wright State just underway. Texas has jumped out to an early lead against Kansas State. Georgia Tech comes out swinging in Oxford. They've hit 2 home runs in the top of the 1st inning and lead it 3-0. Southern Miss has jumped out to an early lead on Columbia, up 1-0. They're Underway in Baton Rouge, Dallas Baptist and Little Rock in an elimination game. NC State and Stetson in the Auburn Regional. Looking for a chance to try and meet Auburn in the regional final. They're also underway in Fayetteville with North Dakota State and Creighton. Two finals so far. Oklahoma defeats Nebraska 17-1. Wake Forest 10-3 over Cincinnati. There's a foul ball up down the third baseline. That'll hurt a little bit.
Peltier, the freshman, already with 2 hits in this game. Base hit back in the second and double in the third, part of that 5-run third for East Carolina.
Trying to find a way to pick that run up at third base. Colby Wallace reached on the air. Got to third on the wild pitch. Into the air to left. Sear camped under it. Makes the catch. East Carolina strands a runner. But they also add a run. The advantage is 5 for the Pirates as we go to the 7th.
Barbecue season is back.
Yeah, it is. Hey, it's Ellen.
And this is Sarah Beth.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese,
I feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game. We got the ice, and we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy hot, you're so back.
The Women's College World Series heats up in OKC as softball's elite compete for their ticket to the championship series. The Women's College World Series continues through June 6th on the networks of ESPN.
7 of the top 16s playing elimination games today. Vanderbilt got to beat Wright State to get to the regional final. Texas needs a win over Kansas State. Georgia up 1 on Oklahoma State right now. Ole Miss and Georgia Tech just underway in Oxford. Clemson about to be eliminated by Kentucky. Southern Miss up early on Columbia. Oregon State got to deal with St. Mary's out in Corvallis later this afternoon. Nine to 4 our score here in Conway, South Carolina. We're at Springs Brooks Stadium, where the winner of this game will meet Coastal Carolina tonight. Alongside Todd Walker, Richard Cross. Glad to be with you. Jake Hunter back out on the mound. Third pitcher today used by the Pirates. Lance Williams, the starter, went 5 innings. Brad Pruitt pitched but did not record an out. How big was the double play ball that Jake Hunter induced when Florida had the bases loaded in the 6th inning?
Got him out of a jam and then answered with a run in the bottom of the 6th, last half inning. So East Carolina, you know, you'll hear a lot of these college coaches talk about momentum, and it's a huge thing. It can come and go quickly. Florida grabbed it in the top of last inning, and then East Carolina took it back.
Ashton Wilson leading off in the 7-hole. Count evens at 2-2. Wilson, Stripling, and Nato to start the inning for the Gators. Top of the 7th, 2-2. On the ground right side, a base hit for Ashton Wilson. That's a start for Florida, down 5.
Ashton Wilson just pops it through the shift on the right side. I feel like I need to just record that and just push play. Beats the shift.
You could have used it a lot.
Beats the shift.
The last couple of days.
Yeah.
East Carolina with a shift on as Landon Stripling comes to the plate. It's actually not a full shift.
Really.
They're just pulled to the right side.
Yeah, they're playing for the double play up the middle. You love left-handed hitters in this spot, though. First baseman has to hold the runner on. Big gap on the right side of the infield.
Ball and a strike to Landon Stripling. He's got 1 hit today, a double and a run scored in the 3rd inning.
And if you're Jake Hunter, you got to be careful of that slider because that's the pull ball that'll go through that hole. And I would think a lot of times pitchers now move more to the fastball away, like that pitch there. Throw the slider in there, you better get a swing and miss because he puts a barrel on it. It's going to be pulled. It's going to hit that gap.
The other piece of that, if you go fastball away, Wallace way off the line at third base. Two and two now to Landon Stripling. On the ground, chance for 2, a flip to short for 1. A little bit of a stumble there at short, but Williams able to throw on time and on target to erase the runners.
Second double play in the last 2 innings for East Carolina. And when they say that's pitcher's best friend, it has been East Carolina's best friend today. Got him out of 2 jams. Bases loaded last inning and with the leadoff runner on in this inning.
East Carolina in front 9-4, bases empty, and that fastball missed inside for ball 1 to Justin Nato. Nato's been on base both times today, an RBI single in the 3rd to score Florida's first run. He walked and scored in the 6th. Strike nips the corner there for Jake Hunter. Down the middle, right at the knees. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jake Hunter a strike away from getting out of this inning. East Carolina counting outs, leading it by 5. On the ground, right side. Burris handled kind of a funny hop there. That ball stayed low, flips it to Irby. 5-run lead for the Pirates. They need to record 6 outs to advance to a regional final.
It's a rare thing when someone you've been with for so long finds a way to surprise you. It's like discovering E-Trade's easy-to-use platform now comes with the power of Morgan Stanley.
Mom can speak walrus?
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game. We got the ice, and we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy Hot, you're so back.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
We're live from Chick-fil-A.
This is Grant.
And this is Laura.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that sweet bun.
And that chicken filet was perfectly crispy and soft at the same time.
And that Smokehouse barbecue sauce, it's a lot of fun. And the brown sugar bacon definitely had a little bit more pizzazz. Also, the Mac, one of the all-time greats.
It's hard to believe how much goodness you can get in one bite.
Man, I'm getting hungry.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
The Women's College World Series heats up in OKC as softball's elite compete for their ticket to the championship series. The Women's College World Series continues through June 6th on the networks of ESPN.
Scoring started in the second inning for East Carolina. Got a couple of runs in the second. Florida got on board in the third with the RBI single from Nato. ECU in the third inning put 5 runs on the board. Added a run in the fourth inning with a solo home run from Austin Irby. 9-4 our score as we go to the bottom of the seventh inning. Elimination game here in Conway, South Carolina.
Carolina had a 7-1 lead, and then they open up the sixth. Walk. Gave Florida 3 runs. Now hold a 9-4 lead, and like you mentioned, Pirates 6 outs to go.
New pitcher in the game for Florida, Luke McNeely. He pitched on Friday. 28th appearance of the year for McNeely. 4th pitcher today used for Florida.
Yeah, this is one of their arms they trust out of the bullpen. 23 walks, 45 innings. Very accurate with the fastball, the slider to right-handers, change up to lefties.
9-1-2 for ECU. Here at the bottom of the seventh, Walker Barron, then Braden Burris and Jack Herring at the top of the order. Barron reached on an error, hit by a pitch, also a ground out. He's ahead of the count here, 2 balls and no strikes.
Luke McNeely's got a big arm, 96, 97 miles an hour on the fastball, better against the right-handed hitters at 207. Of course, he spikes that one. We've seen a lot of that coming out of the bullpen. You know, a lot of guys with having to get a feel for 10, 11, 12 pitches before they get comfortable out there.
Shows bunt, takes a strike, 3-1. Final in Tallahassee, Mississippi State, a 3-2 winner over Northeastern. Bulldogs will have to beat Florida State twice to try to advance to a super regional. Full count now to Barron. To third. 1 away. The NCAA Regionals coverage for all 16 sites, or at least as many are still playing, continues tomorrow on ESPN Plus and the ESPN app. For more information, visit ncaa.com, the home for all 90 NCAA championships. Round out to start the inning, now top of the lineup. Braden Burris, who's got a couple of hits today. He's driven in a pair.
Luke McNeely's primary pitch to right-handers is the slider that you just saw right there. Over 52%.
Doubles up on the slider, and it's 2-0. gets a generous strike there, and the count goes to 2-1 now to Braden Burris. Little extension.
Pretty good spot.
Okay. We'll go with that.
Another good one. East Carolina has a chance to put this one away in this inning, already with 1 out. Scored in the last 4 out of 5 innings.
Two in the second, 5 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the sixth for ECU. Full count pitch. And it misses. And there's a 1-out base runner. Burris on for the 3rd time today. And that brings Jack Herring to the plate. Herring's got a hit today, a 2-run double back in the 3rd. Been on base twice, hit by a pitch in his first at bat of the game. First pitch strike to Jack Herring.
4 walks, 2 hit by pitches, and 2 errors by the Gators today.
McNeely misses in. Count evens. Lazy Sunday afternoon for Coastal Carolina fans. Nothing lazy right now for East Carolina and Florida. Winner of this game will meet the Chanticleers tonight.
Been a long 24 hours for East Carolina. Had to play last night at the ballpark till about 1 in the morning. Wake up early, come out here, play this game, and if they win, got to play another one. Get to play another one.
Season hanging in the balance for both of these teams. Upstairs for ball 2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Runner goes. Ball hit on the ground, foul, wide of the bag at first.
East Carolina 5th in the American Athletic Conference regular season. UTSA, of course, won that one and beat Texas yesterday.
Good job to stay alive there by Jack Herring on a pitch that he thought too close to take.
That's kind of been their whole motto through this run, is survive. Survive and advance. They've been doing a pretty good job of that.
4 wins in 4 days at the American Conference Tournament, including an 8-2 victory over Tulane. Win the conference title and get into postseason play. In the dirt, Dene can't handle it. That's a stolen base for Burris. He's in scoring position now. Pretty good at bat working here for Jack Herring.
Yeah, that backhand transfer is always tough for a catcher. Runner stealing, everything speeds up in your mind, and having to go low to high. Tough to grab the handle on that one.
Out to right field. Grab made by Wilson. No tag on the play. Loud out for Herring. Second out of the inning.
They put a charge into that one. Got one out over the plate. Nice at bat by Jack Herring. Nothing to show for it. 2 outs now. 3-hole Dixon Williams. Not got a hit today. Walked back in the first inning.
Inside, and it hit him. And that one hurts. Williams going to take his time going down to first base, and that'll put runners at first and second. 2 out in the inning.
Cliff Godwin loves this situation. Of course, now the runner has to go back. But just spiked by Luke McNeely. Kevin O'Sullivan.
Pitching change for the Gators. McNeely going to head to the dugout. New arm coming in for the Gators, who trail by 5. You talked about it when McNeely came into the game. It feels like pitchers have had a little bit of an adjustment time, and he just never found it.
We saw that with Jay Clemente when he came in. Billy Barlow, same. And there's something with, you know, like I said, you come in the bullpen and you throw to a catcher free with no obstacles in the box, and then you come into the game, it's just different. Seeing not only Florida, a lot of guys have struggled coming out of the bullpen. How about these two guys? Austin Irby has just been out of his mind. 9 hits in 13 at bats.
Kobe Thorndike, one of his 3 home runs last night, a grand slam. It blew the lid off of Springbrook Stadium. Both Irby and Thorndike have driven in 7. If East Carolina is able to hang on here against Florida, we'll get a repeat of last night's game. The 5th meeting of the year between East Carolina and Coastal, should that happen. Austin Irby, I mean, he's got to be like counting the seconds until he gets back to the plate. Popped out his last time up, but it was one that he just missed. Hit it to shallow left field. He's pretty locked in.
Yeah, why wouldn't you bust out the dance moves? About as good as it gets in this regional for Austin Irby. Yeah, didn't Norby say it's his roommate?
At home.
At home, yeah. So there's the common denominator right there.
With the Irby brothers.
Yeah.
Georgia leading 9-7 over Oklahoma State in the 8th inning in Athens, an elimination game with the Cowboys. Wright State out to a 4-1 lead over Vanderbilt. The Commodores, the #1 overall seed. The #2 seed, Texas, playing in an elimination game. They're up 6-3 in the 2nd on Kansas State. Blaine Rowland into the game, making his 8th appearance of the year. 10 strikeouts, 3 walks.
Only 13 2/3. Not a lot of experience this year for Blaine. Low 90s fastball.
Rowland inherits a couple of runners on base, but 2 outs in the inning, trying to keep this game right where it is. He misses for ball 1. Rowland threw on Friday against East Carolina, pitched an inning and a third, gave up 3 hits and 3 runs. Roger Vergara pinch hitting here for ECU. You get the left on right matchup. Tuo runs inside to Vergara. He's replacing John Collins in the DH spot.
Tough spot for the freshman, Lane Rowland. First and second. Down by 5, traffic on the bases when you come in. And it gets squeezed a little bit. But again, you got to earn that strike zone.
Now the base is loaded. Burris goes to third. Dixon Williams to second.
5th walk for the Florida Gators.
Lane Rowland, the 5th arm used today for Florida. Three walks by the starter, Coppola. McNeely walked one, and now Rowland with the walk to load the bases. Riley Johnson looking for a big base hit. ECU looking for insurance, leading it by 5, up 9-4. There's a fastball for a strike.
And feeling good. Double last time up, scored. Had a base hit back in the 1st inning, walked back in the 3rd. Riley Johnson having a good day.
Johnson, a couple of hits with the bases loaded this year, including a grand slam. He's driven in 7. He hits this one on the ground. Got a handcuff Lawson. He's able to handle it, step on the bag. East Carolina leaves them loaded as the Gators dodge a bullet down to their final 6 outs.
It's a rare thing when someone you've been with for so long finds a way to surprise you. It's like discovering E-Trade's easy-to-use platform now comes with the power of Morgan Stanley.
Mom can speak walrus?
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game. We got the ice, and we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy Hot, you're so back.
Let's go! From Rob Dwalishvili, the Sugar Show! Juliana Pena!
How are you going to beat me, Kayla?
Kayla Harrison!
I will be champion!
The NCAA Baseball Regionals are brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And in part by McDonald's and Real Steel. East Carolina in front by 5. They're up 9-4. Florida down to its final 6 outs as they bat here in the top of the 8th inning. Season hanging in the balance. Regardless of who Coastal Carolina faces tonight, the team's going to have their hands full dealing with that Coastal potent offense.
And the crowd.
And the crowd. And a much more rested pitching staff. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Bobby Bozer, top of the order, leading things off for the Gators. He'll be followed by Lawson and Ty Evans. Dealing with Jake Hunter on the hill for the Pirates. Strike 3 called. Bozer goes away looking. That's a good start for ECU here in the 8th.
Great start. Not only the result, but Jake Hunter just pumping strikes. And on 0-2, Bobby Bozer looking for that slider. Staying back a little too long, gets buzzed.
How good was that location with that fastball?
That's what you need from Jake Hunter now. 5-run lead. You don't want to dance around the zone. Had some issues with finding strikes early in counts, but then he buried Bobby Bozer right there.
Brandon Lawson goes after the first pitch, fouls it away. The 0-1 from Hunter. Fastball stays up that time. A ball and a strike. It induced the swing on the high fastball. This ball lined out to left center field. That'll go all the way to the wall. What a good swing by Lawson. Cruises into second with a 1-out double.
Yeah, it's a swing expecting a slider. And you kind of have to with Jake Hunter. He'll use that just as much as the fastball. Inside out from Brendan Lawson out to the opposite way as he had a great regional. And the Gators, the runner on second, 1 out, but time is running out. 14th double a season for Lawson.
One out in the inning. Ty Evans at the plate. Evans takes high for ball 1. Evans 0 for 3 today. Did pick up an RBI when he put the ball in play. Had an error on the second baseman back in the 6th inning. Still looking for his first hit of the ball game. Lifts this one down the left field line, and that ball is going to go foul. There is very little room between the foul line and where the berm starts down the left field line. Hunter hanging out there.
Pretty good setup.
Our producer this weekend, Tony, has been infatuated with Hunter. Last year in the Greenville Regional, a viral clip of Hunter asleep in the jungle. He told us in the open today, no sleep, locked in, do or die. 1-1 to Evans. Breaking ball stays up. Two and two now.
The East Carolina team was swept by North Carolina back in February. Lost to NC State this year. Lost 2-3 to Coastal, but ran through the American Athletic Conference tournament last week.
Evans lays off the breaking ball away, and the count goes full now to Ty Evans.
This is back to what we were talking about, throwing strikes. 5-run lead. Don't want to walk anybody. This ought to be a fastball right down the middle.
It's a fastball that's high. There's your walk. Evans on base. Couple of base runners now for the Gators. You have the double from Lawson. Strikeout of Bozer to start the inning. This was from last night's bullpen. One of the lighter moments in the game.
The catcher in the bullpen's down barking at the left fielder. And all the pitchers run over there, try to distract him. That was pretty funny. Well, they're going to have to face Brody Dene, who already had a big opportunity back in the 6th inning. Grounded into a 5-4-3 double play. Gets another chance here. Home run changes the entire look of this game.
Now, ECU would love for Jake Hunter to finish this ball game and not have to burn any more arms, knowing that if they hold on and win, they've got to turn around about an hour later and take on Coastal.
Brody Dene with tied for the team lead, 18 home runs. Bozer, who made the first out of this inning, also with 18. Florida home run yesterday.
Florida just 1 for 9 with runners on base today. Brody Dene trying to improve that number. He takes strike 1. The 0-1 to Dene. Just off the plate for ball 1.
And that's a show fastball. He's going to try to get Dene out with the slider.
Two and 1.
No bite on that one, and that's, again, if you're Jake Hunter, Dene is sitting on that slider. The fastball in works, but you don't want to hit him, and so that's why it's tough for a lot of these college pitchers to throw middle in.
Dene sets up pretty close to the plate. He hits this ball high in the air to right field. Herring settles just short of the track, makes the catch. Tagging at second and going to third, Brendan Lawson. That's a big out for Hunter.
They have dodged 2 big bullets with Brody Dene, bases loaded in the 6th, and now 2 guys on in the 8th, and their season on the line. Brody Dene just gets under that ball to the right side.
Hitting conditions today maybe not quite as ideal as they were yesterday. The wind that we've got is kind of blowing in from right field.
Yeah, it seems to carry more to left.
Right.
Especially these left-handed hitters that are backspinning the ball that way, backside of the field for the left-handers. But you're right, right side, not as much.
2 nights in a row, and it's probably the case in most places, we've seen the wind die almost completely for the night game. I don't want to say this out loud and jinx it, but hopefully we'll get a little bit started a little bit closer to the scheduled start time tonight. At a 10:36 start time on Friday for the night game. This one popped into the air out in right field after 8 o'clock starting last night. Florida strands a couple of runners. ECU needs to record 3 more outs.
Barbecue season is back.
Yeah, it is. Hey, it's Helen.
And this is Sarah Beth.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese,
I feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game. We got the ice, and we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy Hot, you're so back.
The Women's College World Series heats up in OKC as softball's elite compete for their ticket to the championship series. The Women's College World Series.
Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals, presented by Capital One. Coastal Carolina awaiting the winner of this game between ECU and Florida, playing in an elimination game right now. And it's the Pirates with a 5-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. ECU looking for some insurance. Alex Philpott into the game for Florida. New pitcher, 9 runs, 10 hits for ECU, 4 runs, 6 hits for the Gators. Philpott, the 6th pitcher used today.
Yeah, he's 7 in the opener against East Carolina, and now 6 in this one. Philpott has seen some action, the sophomore, in this regional already. Pretty good numbers. 18 walks, 36 innings. Elevated ERA. He's pitched better lately, but tough spot to be in here. Team down by 5.
Keeping an eye on the scoreboard around the country. 4 finals so far today in elimination games. Oklahoma survives, dominating 17-1 over Nebraska. Kentucky smokes Clemson and eliminates the Tigers from their regional at Doug Kingsmore Stadium. Mississippi State holds off Northeastern and wins 3-2. Northeastern season comes to an end with a final record of 49-11.
Yeah, they were tied with Coastal with the winning streak. Of course, they weren't tied. They were ahead, 27.
Yeah.
Lost it in the opener. The regional.
Fly ball to left. Sear goes back and now jogs forward, and it turns into a sprint. He kind of misjudged that one off the bat. Wind may have held it up a little bit, but an out nonetheless.
Yeah, wind's shifted a little bit.
Nice breeze in our face now.
Yeah, a little breeze, and you're right. This ballpark plays differently at night. When the sun goes down, it becomes more of a graveyard. Hadn't affected the runs, though. Coastal Carolina can beat you in a lot of different ways.
This one hit high in the air. This time it's the shortstop Bozer on the edge of the grass, makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Wake Forest beat Cincinnati 10-3. Georgia leading 9-7 over Oklahoma State as they go to the bottom of the 9th inning. So the Cowboys down to 3 outs, trying to keep their season alive. Wright State up 4-1 on Vanderbilt. They're in the 3rd there. Texas 6-3 leading over Kansas State in the 3rd. Southern Miss and Columbia tied at 1 in the 4th. How about a 46-minute first inning in Oxford? Ole Miss leading 5-3 over Georgia Tech in the top of the 2nd. This ball hit deep to left field. Sear going back to the track. He makes it pops out of his glove. Had a chance to make the catch, could not haul it in. And Peltier is safe, standing at 2nd.
Well, if that's an error, and it probably should be, that's the 3rd error committed by the Gator defense. This has not been clean day for Florida.
E7, 2-base error. Brings Walker Barron to the plate. Barron takes strike 1. If Sear's able to catch that ball, it is an easy inning for Philpott. 3 pop-outs. Now he's got to find another out. And Florida's got 3 outs to work with, trailing by at least 5.
Well, whoever wins this game has their work cut out for them. Coastal waiting for them tonight. Are 26-3 here at home. 20 in a row. Been ripped off by Coastal.
This ball line down into center field, a base hit. Peltier going to try to come around and score. The throw to the plate. Not in time. And with the throw, Barron takes second base. An RBI single, advances on the throw, and it's now a 6-run lead. 31st driven in of the year for Walker Barron.
Pull it back up the middle out of the 9-hole. Walker Barron. East Carolina took care of Florida in game 1, 11-6. And this game has the same feel. 10th run across for East Carolina.
Top of the order, Braden Burris. Burris got a couple of hits. He's been on base 3 times today. A big swing and a foul tip there by Burris. Got a piece of it.
Sixth at bat for Braden Burris in this game, and when I always took that 5th and 6th at bat, you kind of hated it. I mean, he's 2 for 4, much different than a 2 for 5. You get all these negative thoughts in your mind. A base hit will do it.
He says, "What are you talking about, Todd Walker? I want to swing the bat." An RBI double for Braden Burris. A 3-hit ball game. And it's now 11-4.
Maybe that was my problem. I was such a pessimist. How about Braden Burris coming up there going, "I want that 3rd hit." Gets it. Rips it down the left field line. Another run across for the Pirates. 11-6 in the first game they played. 11-4 in this one.
Boy, and that error in left field really coming back to bite Florida. Should be out of the inning and swinging the bats right now, trying to keep the season alive. Instead, 2 runs on a couple of hits after the error. Insurance for the Pirates. And Jack Herring at the plate. Herring had a 2-run double back in the 3rd inning. Just missed inside.
Always feels like these games just, you know, the tone is set for your starting pitcher. We saw Aiden King for Florida the other day just dominate, and of course win yesterday with him on the mound. We've talked about Ethan Norby and the great performance he had. And I mean, it just didn't start out well for Florida. 5 walks now in this game. 3 hit by pitches, 3 errors.
Leading to 4 unearned runs. And look, the East Carolina offense has shown up again today. 11 runs, 12 hits. They have taken advantage of the miscues. This one cued to 3rd base, fielded by Strickland. Long throw across in time to get Jack Herring to end the inning. So we go to the 9th. Florida's got to have 7 to keep their season alive.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
We're live from Chick-fil-A.
This is Grant.
And this is Laura.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that sweet bun.
And that chicken filet was perfectly crispy and soft at the same time.
And that Smokehouse barbecue sauce, it's a lot of fun. And the brown sugar bacon definitely had a little bit more pizzazz. Also, the Mac, one of the all-time greats.
It's hard to believe how much goodness you can get in one bite.
Man, I'm getting hungry.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
There's a kind of magic to making memories, to finding time for the little things and the big things, the new things, and the things you'll do over and over again. It's the magic of a job well done and a well-deserved day of rest, of living life to the fullest with the people you'd never want to live without. Fairway, closed on Sunday, open for life.
Your brain with Allegra versus some allergy medications during rush hour. Some allergy medications can make you drowsy. But Allegra is different. Traffic jam? We got this.
Woo! We're nailing it.
Yeah, come on. Like a boss. Right on time.
Allegra is fast 24-hour allergy relief with 0% brain interference, so you can use it even when you're driving. It's a no-brainer.
Let's take a look at today's Capital One rewarding performance. Who but Austin Irby?
Yeah, he's been fantastic. Left him in the 7-hole after day one where he had 4 hits and a triple away from the cycle. 3 hits yesterday, 2 for 4 today, and he has been riding a serious heater. Made a web gym play in the opener down the first baseline. Show up, Austin Irby, in a big way.
What are we waiting on? Home plate umpire Eddie Newsom. Waiting on the clock to reset in between innings, I think. First pitch strike to Hayden Yost. Yost looking for his first hit. He's behind in the count 0-2. Gets a piece of it to stay alive. Oklahoma State has scored 2 in the bottom of the 9th inning to tie the game at 9 with Georgia. Nobody out. The 0-2 down low for ball 1.
That was dirty. A nice take from Hayden Yost. That looks like the fastball and then just drops off the table.
Ninth inning, Florida needs 7 to keep this game going. Swing and a miss. East Carolina now 2 outs from a regional final.
Changeup didn't work, so let's go with the slider. Right over the heart of the plate. Hayden Yost in pull mode out front.
Ashton Wilson takes a first pitch strike. Behind in the count 0-2. Lance Williams started this game for East Carolina. The freshman gave Cliff Godwin and the Pirates a solid outing. 5 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs. Brad Pruitt came into the game, couldn't get an out. Jake Hunter has now gone 3 1/3, trying to get 2 more outs to get East Carolina out of here with a trip to the regional final against Coastal Carolina later this evening. Hunter, the right-hander from the stretch. This is high. .55 pitches for Jake Hunter. Second time he's faced Florida this weekend. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. A strikeout there by Jake Hunter. He's got back-to-back Ks. That's 3 since entering.
Come get you some. Four-seam fastball above the belt. Ashton Wilson with a big hack, not able to catch up to it. East Carolina 1 out away.
Jake Hunter and his mustache trying to close this one out for East Carolina. First pitch strike to Landon Stripling, batting in the 8-hole. Stripling a double and a run back in the third. Since then a pop out, and he's grounded into a double play. The 0-1. Ball and a strike to Landon Stripling. This ball ripped out to right field, a base hit. Base runner for the Gators with 2 outs. Clinging to life here in the top of the ninth.
You know, we had pointed it out. That's Michael Byrne over there at first base. First base coach, all-time saves leader for the Florida Gators. 2017 national champion. They also have Michael Rivera on the staff. All these Gators, Rivera caught for that 2017 national championship team.
Inside corner, strike 1. The 9-hole hitter, Justin Nadeau. He's been on base a couple of times. He drove in Stripling back in the third, walked and scored in the 6th. The 0-1. Nadeau on the ground, back to Hunter, fields it, flips to first, and ECU is headed to the regional final to take on Coastal Carolina in about 2 hours. 11 runs, 12 hits, a 7-run victory over the Florida Gators, whose season comes to an end with a record of 39-22.
Pirates pinned 22 runs on Florida in 2 games. They were dominant in this regional. And East Carolina has now won 6 of their last 7 games. And they're going to face Goliath tonight at 6 o'clock.
Cliff Godwin's ball club going to rest just for a little while, and then they will get back to it in what will be another sold-out Springs Brooks Stadium. Our regional final is set. East Carolina's got to beat Coastal Carolina tonight and then turn around and do it again tomorrow should they advance to a super regional. Chanticleer is just 1 win away. Final score, 11-4, ECU over Florida. The Conway Regional continues tonight. East Carolina facing Coastal Carolina in a regional championship game. For Todd Walker and our entire crew, I'm Richard Cross. Let's send you to Chris Budden, Mike Rooney, and Chris Burke over at Squeeze Play.